So 8x cubed minus 1 is our first factoring cube problem. Remember, we're going to use SOAP. And when we start here, before we actually get to the SOAP, we're going to start with a little parentheses and a big parentheses. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the cubed root of 8. So if you need to do that on your calculator, go to the calculator. I do not have access to that on these types of videos. But the cubed root of 8 is 2. The cubed root of x cubed is x. The cubed root of 1 is 1. And then to figure out the rest here, what we have to do is we're going to take the 8x cubed and we're going to divide it by 2x. 8 divided by 2 is 4. X cubed divided by x. We had 3 x's, we took out 1, we've got 2. Over here we're going to take 1 divided by 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1. And the last part here is we're going to take the 2x and the 1, and we're going to multiply them together. 2x times 1 is 2x. And then finally, now we're going to use the SOAP. S stands for the same sign. The sign that we're given in this problem is a minus, so this is going to be a minus. Then the next letter, O, is the opposite of what we just wrote. The opposite of minus is plus. And then AP stands for always positive. So there is the answer to problem number 1. Problem number 2. Same idea. What we're going to start with is we're going to start with a little parentheses. Whoops, I need to erase. Little parentheses. Once we go back here, there we go. Little parentheses and a big parentheses. And then we're going to take the cubed root of 64. Again, I don't have access to the calculator, but the cubed root of 64 is 4. The cubed root of x cubed is x. The cubed root of 125 is 5. To figure out the other numerical values in this problem, or algebraic values, we're going to take 64x cubed, we're going to divide it by 4x. Well, 64 divided by 4 is 16. X cubed divided by x, we had 3 x's, we took out 1, we've got 2. Over here, we're going to take 125 divided by 5. 125 divided by 5 is 5. And then to get that middle term, we're going to take 4x times 5. 4 times 5 is 20x. And now we'll put our signs in. The sign that we're given in this case is a plus. Same sign. Opposite of that sign that we just wrote. Always positive. So 4x plus 5 times 16x squared minus 20x plus 5. Our answer to our second problem. Problem number 3. Notice my hint as I'm getting the pen ready to write here. But in this particular case here, hint, do not change the order. Start with little parentheses and then the big parentheses. And then what we have to do is we have to take the cubed root of 216. Use your calculator if you need to, but the cubed root of 216 is 6. Cubed root of x cubed is x. To figure out the rest, we're going to take 216 divided by 6, which I believe is 36. We're going to take x cubed divided by x, and we get x squared. And the last part, we're going to take 6 times x, which is 6x. And once we've done all of that, we're going to put in the signs. Same sign. So the sign that we were given, we were subtracting. Opposite sign. So we're going to add, and then always positive. Number 4, I put in the notes on the Canvas page, but I didn't put that in on our directions here. But we should always, always watch out for a GCF. And if we look real close at this problem, our GCF of this is going to be a 4. So we're going to factor out a 4. And when we factor out a 4, we're left with 8x cubed plus 1. 32 divided by 4 is 8. 4 divided by 4 is 1. And then we can put in our little parentheses and our big parentheses. Going back to the cube root of 8 is 2. We've seen this one actually even before, but it's 2x. Cube root of 1 is 1. And then to figure out the rest, we're going to take 8x cubed divided by 2x. 8 divided by 2 is 4. X cubed divided by x. We had 3 x's, we took out 1, we have 2. 1 divided by 1 is 1. And then our middle value here is going to be 2x times 1, which is 2x. Same sign. Opposite signs. Always positive. Very similar to problem number 1, if you're wondering about that. As we finish with our final practice problem, again, we want to factor out the greatest common factor on this one. And as we take a look here at this one, the greatest common factor also happens to be 4 on this one. And 32 divided by 4 is 8. And 108 divided by 4 is 27. So at least we're going to have a little bit of different numbers to work with. But once we've got that, then we're going to have a little parentheses and a big parentheses. And cube root of 8, which just coincidentally happened to be in many of the problems that we did here. Cube root of 8 is 2. Cube root of x cubed is x. Cube root of 27 is 3. And to figure out what goes in here, we're going to take 8x cubed. I'm going to divide by 2x. 8 divided by 2 is 4. X cubed divided by x is x squared. We had 3 x's, we took out 1. 27 divided by 3 is 9. And then we're going to take 2x times 3 to get the 6x. And now we'll finish by putting in the signs. Same sign. We have a minus to start with our original problem. Then opposite of that minus is the plus, and then finally always positive.